30 years ago today, a group of communist officials ousted Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, a coup that lasted just 3 days. Its collapse triggered the breakup of the Soviet Union. The takeover began when several hardline lieutenants trapped Gorbachev in his Black Sea vacation home. In a televised broadcast, they declared the reformist was unfit to govern for health reasons, and tanks flooded the streets of Moscow in a massive show of force. But the coup was poorly planned, and it soon backfired. Thousands of people demonstrated outside the headquarters of Boris Yeltsin, who enjoyed broad support as a pro-democracy figure. The organizers of the coup had troops surround Yeltsin's residence, but never detained him, allowing him to get to his headquarters unimpeded, which turned out to be a fatal error. Yeltsin then climbed on top of a tank and declared the coup illegal, urging the public to stand up to the organizers. Then their military support quickly crumbled, while crowds of demonstrators swelled. Gorbachev flew back to Moscow a day later, only to see his power had dwindled, and Yeltsin was the one able to call the shots.
He was kept prisoner for 3 days by the organizers of the coup, but when he was freed and had the possibility to return to Moscow, he was already the hostage of Yeltsin, because he owed to him his liberation.
Months later, in December of 1991, Gorbachev resigned and the Soviet Union fell apart just days later. Yeltsin's top associate worries that Russia has failed to rid itself of its authoritarian past and has fallen back into Soviet-style repressive patterns.
30 years later, we are still stuck in the post-imperial mindset. Power has become the ultimate value for some, along with restrictions of freedoms and controls over civil society. Not to mention direct restrictions of freedom of election.
President Vladimir Putin has famously described the Soviet collapse as the greatest political catastrophe of the 20th century, and he steadily extended his power during the 2 decades he's led the country. Authorities have intensified their crackdown on opposition activists and independent media ahead of September's parliamentary election.